Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
They're not ready for this. They still y'all play.
Here's Wentz to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Mike 42. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 42.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stay 50. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Easy. Real right. 22.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Man, that's track. That's track. Hey, 5-0.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Tyson.
Now Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barber. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Go. Waiting.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
81. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
There we go. Back. 180.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Watch the edge. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Sunday.
Mike's 50. Mike.
On first down, Wentz. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Waiting.
50. Check Mike 50. 65. Check.
Ramp. This one, 7.
Wentz going to throw. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
You ain't got nothing. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Check it back. Check it back. 59. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
General West.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Throwing is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Parkey with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey. Mike 42. Rerun. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 42.
Look at him.
You. Mike 42.
Stafford now to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, you got it. Let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Complete to Robert Woods. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
42 to Mike, 42. 42 to Mike. Do your job. 42. Mike's 42. Tighten up, tighten up.
Play action. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready. 280. Chase 54.
Back. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yo. Bang, 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 bang.
To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Get that quarterback.
Wentz now on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down now, it's Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, 74, 74.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey.
On play action, it's Wentz. This is caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw, it's Wentz. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jared Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, 57.
No. Off.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Harkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
42. Oh, you got D? Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Check. 42 to Mike. 40, 32. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On first down, it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw again on second down. Stafford, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You better be afraid of me. Double right.
Nice 42. Nice 42. Yep. That's a twist.
Like 7.
42.
Again, it's Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lefty.
Check 26. Check 26.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Eat. 3 bucks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. inside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Third down and 13.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great. Under crunch.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. Wide, get wide. 40 got.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 20.
We got it. Hey. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Middle.
That's the way. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey. High 7.
57.
Here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Three out. Start Mike 42. Smooth. You ready?
From the gun, here's Stafford. They got a man. It's Woods. A 3rd down gain of 19. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
42 to Mike. 42 to Mike.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
50.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
64. Weak. 10. Move on the hard. Ready to move.
Check.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set. 180.
42. I'm going to run you over.
32.
25. Check 25.
Zebra.
Check.
Stay 50. Stay 50.
Check 13. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
53. Ready.
Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
46 down, man. 5-4. Someday.
You don't want
80 weapons. Hey, Foxtrot.
You don't want it. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Wait, good.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
What's this on?
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Bring it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Tight dog.
40. Flag.
Check 3.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's our time. Safe.
Alert!
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Go. Waiting.
Mike's 50. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, it's Cook. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Lions 10.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Here we go. 180. Great 15. Great 15.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
82.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever